with injuries. So they brought in Kaepernick, 25-year-old second-string quarterback. That young man had an exceptional game. They beat the Saints 31-21. What do you think about that?
You beat the Saints in the Superdome. That is more than exceptional.
Right.
That is out freaking standing in the first mile drill sergeant. And you gotta, you have to believe it is hard to win in the Superdome, whether you have the league's best record or you have an exceptional record, or even the worst record.
Right.
It's hard to win.
It's hard to win in the Dome, So for them to go in and him being a young quarterback and being second string on this team, to play so well with his team like that, he definitely proved himself to be a leader. But they are saying that Alex Smith is not out, even though he had a great game. They are expecting, him to Alex Smith to come back and to be, hit the quarterback that he is. The other thing is, he also helped them win over the Bears on last week. So you got this young man came in here. He beat the Bears. He beat the Saints. He has a total of 474 yards between the two games, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, which increased 49ers to 8-2-1. I mean, that's exceptional. I think that's really, really good, and it says a lot about this young man.
When you give people a chance that are down on that bench, they feel like they're never going to play. They feel like this guy ahead of me is always going to take it.
Right.
You always have to be prepared because you never know what happens. You cannot go in the game and lay an egg if you are second string.
Right.
It's almost like being a backup point guard in a way.
Yeah.
You say, I'll never get to play because the guy ahead of me is always playing. He's a starter, and I'm just going to wait and sit here right here on the bench and only go in when the score is either the highest or the lowest.
But you always have to be ready to go in and make it happen no matter what. And I think he's proven that is definitely, they can depend on him if they need him. And when you have a second string quarterback, you want it to be somebody like him, right, that you can depend on. Hey, now, the other game we want to talk about also is the Browns and the Steelers. Man, the Steelers lost to the Browns. It got quiet in the studio. The Steelers lost to the Browns 20-14, man. Well, we can say that both quarterback, the first string and second string quarterback, are out. So Ben was out with a concussion. Leftwich out with what happened to Leftwich? I mean, he was out with something. Something happened to him. He got hurt.
That's football.
I'm horrible. Injury. Let me stop. Listen, they brought in the third string quarterback, Charlie Batch, and he threw 3 interceptions. So that didn't really help them a lot, Unfortunately, the Bears, the Browns beat up on the Steelers 20-14. I don't know. Was it expected or not?
I'll probably say it wasn't expected. And now here's the thing.
Even with the Browns playing as bad as they are, we thought they would beat the Steelers because the Steelers had their third string quarterback playing, right?
Well, here's the thing. Now they have a second chance at getting back at them. They're Pittsburgh's last game of the regular season. And so they have a chance to get right back at them on their home field. We'll see how that works. And folks, we'll be right back here at SIBN Sports. Don't touch that mouse. You do, you'll pay for it.
That's right.
You're listening to SIBN Radio on the Select USA TV iBroadcasting Network. You're listening to SIBN Radio.
I've studied the human heart for a lifetime, and there's something you should know.
Dr. Robert Jarvik, inventor of the artificial heart.
High cholesterol can lead to heart disease. When diet and exercise aren't enough, adding Lipitor lowers bad cholesterol 39 to 60%. And Lipitor is clinically proven to reduce your risk of heart attack and your risk of stroke if you have several common risk factors for heart disease. The more we learn about Lipitor, the more impressed I am. Lipitor is not for everyone, including people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. You need simple blood tests to check for liver problems. Tell your doctor if you're taking other medications or if you have any muscle pain weakness. They may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. Lipitor is one of many treatment options to consider with your doctor. Could you be doing more with Lipitor? Ask your doctor.
Visit Lipitor.com for a free trial.
All right, y'all. Thanks again. We are so glad to have you here with us at the SIBN Sports Desk. Matthew, we were talking about the Browns and the Steelers. Nothing that great to talk about. It's just actually, a little comical to be able to talk about the fact that the Browns beat the third-string quarterback for the Steelers. I mean, what can you say? Well, Whedon was injured. He went out with a concussion for the Browns, and they brought in the second-string quarterback, which was Colt McCoy, and they still won. So, hey, what can you say? The Bears got a W. The Browns, I keep saying the Bears because I want to talk about them next, but the Browns got a W. Hey, let them have it. They're not playing that well anyway, and they need a little excitement in Cleveland. They are now 3-8. Boy, that's pretty good. What did you say, Matthew?
3? It's what makes them happy. So you got to do what you got to do.
This is true. Hey, and now we're going to talk about these Bears. I guess they were on my mind. I kept sitting here saying the Bears. Cutler was out with the injury last week. He was back to take the Bears to a W over Minnesota Vikings. They actually beat them pretty good, 28-10. Jay Cutler actually had 23 of 31 for 188 yards. He had one interception and one touchdown. But, the young man that I've been watching, and I really I like the young man. I like what he's doing. He's playing good football. Adrian Peterson for the Minnesota Vikings, the running back, had 18 carries for 108 yards again. He has just been having exceptional games, but it's just not enough to help the Vikings. They're missing it in other areas,
Yeah. I wonder, whether it is offense or whether it is defense.
Yeah.
It's just going to be up to the team to just come together. There's a lot that's actually been running in between them. Remember how, they used to have the Brett Favre days.
Right.
And, first season things were working out for him. Second, it wasn't, it wasn't so much. But the team wasn't completely blown up. But right, now.
Exactly, it wasn't completely blown up. I mean, so you still have them winning some games. I mean, the Vikings right now are 6-5. That's not bad considering some of the other teams in the league. So, I mean, really, they're playing pretty good. Let's see. Another big game this week was New England Patriots and the Jets. Man, the New England Patriots walked. Did I say walked? They walked all over the Jets, 49-19.
I say steamrolled them.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I guess we could say
steamrolled them.
Yeah. So the Patriots are now 8-3. Aaron Rodgers, those guys, I mean, just doing their thing. You expect that to happen, right? Brady.
Well, with that being said, they are now in They are now in the playoff picture
right.
at 8-3.
Right.
They are actually tied with Denver between third and fourth place.
Mm-hmm.
That ought to be an interesting look to see what they got coming up for them for the rest of the season. I personally believe that if they play smart, Tom Brady continues to play smart, continues to get the ball out there, score like he does. He's the man, the myth, the legend.
Right. Most definitely.
And they'll definitely have that third seed. Unless something happens to Baltimore, which at the moment, they're doing okay. And
actually, Baltimore Ravens are 9-2 right now. So the Ravens are quietly staying at the top. I mean, they're staying at the top of the AFC North. And at 9-2, the next team is actually Cincinnati, which is 6-5. So, I mean, there's not a contender for them right now. They're actually just kicking butt. And then in the South, you have Houston still at 10-1, and you have Indianapolis at 7-4. So got a little something going on with there. Denver, man, what is going on in Denver? They are now 8-3, man.
Tied with New England.
They are 8-3 right now. That is really, really great to see Peyton Manning doing so well. Who does not like Peyton Manning,
And folks, check this out. If you guys have any ideas to what the playoff picture can look like, if you guys have any idea who's going to take that third or fourth spot for the AFC, please don't hesitate to tell us on our Facebook fan page, at facebook.com/SIBN Sports. You can argue with us. You can argue with us. You can even argue with us. But please check out our Facebook fan page.
Or you can agree with us.
Well, that hardly happens from time to time due to the fact that, but that's,
we won't be mad at you.
It's all fine and
And
dandy.
then in the NFC, you have New York Giants at 6-4 in the East. They are actually at the top of their game there. Washington has slipped down to third place, which they're tied with Dallas for 5-6. I mean, I don't know. Dallas just has me sick at the stomach. I don't want to talk about them. Washington is holding their own. They're not really playing that great. They're not playing that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're both under 500. So what can you say about that? Chicago Bears are still at the top of the North. They're 8-3 right now. Green Bay is holding their own in second place in the North at 7-3, which is really, really great to see both of those teams battling out for first place.
I project this. The Packers, they have a possible chance. They've got Minnesota at home. They've got Detroit at home. They got to go out to Chicago. Then they have a home game against Tennessee. The last game is in Minnesota. Now, I project them. They have a possibility of going 5-0 in the stretch.
That'd be nice.
They could definitely have a great playoff position if they win. I'm in no way, shape, or form a Packers fan, ladies and gentlemen. However, they have a possible chance of going 5-0 here. They will make themselves a great playoff position.
Yeah.
We'll be right back here at SIBN Sports, folks. Don't touch that mouse.
You're listening to SIBN Radio on the Select USA TV iBroadcasting Network. You're listening to SIBN Radio.
Are you a spoken word artist?
Now is your time to be featured online. Tier 1 Promotions on the CATL show is looking for spoken word artists to be featured
On regular rotation.
If you are a spoken word artist, now is your time to be promoted on Tier 1 Promotions with the CATL show. For more information, dial 404-910-5019. That's 404-910-5019. Or email us your bio and your links to work online. Global coverage at selectusatv.info. Global coverage at selectusatv.info. Calling all spoken word artists nationwide. Nationwide call for all spoken word artists. Nationwide. A nationwide call for all spoken word artists. This has been your CATL GAS Global Artist Showcase promotion.
All right, y'all, welcome back to the Sports Desk, SIBN Sports with your girl, Clara Salette, and none other than, what's your name, man?
Hey, wait a minute. Who are you? Who am I?
Hey, listen, Matthew, I think we got our producer over there looking at us like we crazy because we on point today, baby. We got our timing down, don't we?
He knows that, and he knows we are the truth. And
Okay.
Without him, we are nothing. And without us, he is nothing. It's like the Creed for the Marine goes, this is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Yes.
My rifle is this, Without it, without me, it is nothing. Without it, I am nothing.
So what are you trying to say?
Well, we just got to keep people on top of their teams, new stats and wins, because this is SIBN Sports. That's what we do.
That's what we do. Listen. At the Saints.
Beyond the fact that the Marine Corps and everything that they do for us.
Yes.
We have a barn
chains.
burner tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Talk about it.
This is the game.
Game.
However, this is a good chance.
The game, though.
Well, here's the thing. Even
Yeah.
if we put New Orleans in a bad position,
Right.
which
we wanna do.
They still somehow.
Thanks to the 49ers, we needed their help last week.
They still somehow have a chance, though. They could possibly come out 9-7. Now's a good time to remember that last year the New York Giants at 9-7 They beat Atlanta by whatever the score was to 2.
Right.
And ended up going to win the Super Bowl. So it is not over yet. Atlanta does need to win this game tonight, but that still doesn't put New Orleans in position to not make the playoffs.
Yeah,
it's
so
still
that
possible.